Peace. Brother Polight right here. Signing in to another Facebook Live. It's been a while. I miss you guys. And I want to talk to you about World War III and the worst time to not have money. See, when I talk about money, people reduce the concept to just paper currency, coins, maybe even crypto, because of their low cognizance of what money means and represents in this day and time. It's not going nowhere. There's always going to be some form of exchange, some form of currency. But what you have to understand is when it comes to money, it works in tandem with politics. Okay? So later on, I'll be doing an actual live stream on the political polarization of global uncertainty. You go to brotherpolight.com and you'll clearly see that I have a class called Silver Tsunami. All right? Did this class almost 2 years ago. It's a course called Silver Tsunami. I highly advise everybody get that course because it prepares you for the day and time in which we're thriving in now. It's a prophetical account, but I'm not telling you that I'm a prophet. It's just that these were things that I foresee certain things because I study money, and when you study money, you're able to forecast events that transpire, and also, most importantly, what to do in the event that it transpires. A lot of us are so busy worried about Kim Kardashian and Kanye West's relationship, more power to the brother, of course, that they got us so distracted with so many mundane and frivolous conversations that you don't even realize that we're on the cusp of World War III. Ukraine and Russia is going through a crisis. And what we don't realize is this implication on the global economy. So we're going to have that conversation. We got to have that conversation. Peace to the family that's coming in. Just pinning something. No, this is Rolls Royce Diaries. The money text was sent out today, so knock it off. Please, let's stay focused and talk about what we need to talk about. Peace, Jonelle. Give me a call, Jonelle, for real. Word, give me a call. Or send me a text, Hey. Oh, man, I actually pinned the wrong thing. My bad. Peace to the family. That's what I meant to pin. Franchise, what up? Yeah, so we talking about the political polarization of global uncertainty. And you got to understand how even talks of war can implicate us. You got to understand that sanctions will be made first. So that's warfare. We know about war is bloodshed, but the worst part of war, bloodshed, right? The worst part of war is the warfare. That's the psychological and social effects that war has on us. So understand that if America puts sanctions first on Russia because Russia decides to do something politically that they're against towards Ukraine, understand that the implication is the lack of certain resources. Even if America doesn't do that much business with Russia, America's allies does business with Russia. Like, for instance, Europe gets 40% of all of their energy resources from Ukraine. From Russia. If Russia says, well, due to the sanctions of your ally, since y'all making it tough on us, we're going to make it tough on y'all, and we're going to cut y'all off completely or mostly from the energy resources that we have made available to you. To understand the pace that's dictated in terms of energy comes from Europe, and inadvertently, it will impact us through a rise in gas prices. And that's just an example of life getting harder, because people need to remember, we're still in a pandemic right now. We are still in a pandemic that has impacted the global economy. The last thing we need is a world war. And of course, where there's Russia, there's China. And where there's America, there's Europe. We got to understand, it's a lot of hands in this. So to the naked eye, it just looks like, oh, it's just Russia and Ukraine having the issue. And most of us don't even have no freaking clue that that's even going on in the first place. That's the problem with what's going on at large. But what I'm telling you is this, and I'm going to go at it in full length, the political polarization of global uncertainty, how even just certain talks of certain types of wars can impact the economy for a whole year or two. People need to understand this. So for those of you that cry and complain when I talk about money, But you don't cry and complain when people say, yo, hey, make sure you get lots of water and stock up your waters and stock up your canned food. So what's wrong with stocking up money? Because that stuff costs money. So why we can't address the elephant in the room? People always, all he's doing is talking about money. Because when I'm talking about money, I'm also talking about the politics thereof. Money is inclusive of politics. But we have such a low cognition of politics that when you hear money, you're so upset with money and not having it, you don't even want to give the benefit of the doubt or put the onus on yourself to make sure you entertain more conversation. That's why I set up the credit restoration microwave. And again, if World War III doesn't happen, just the fact that it looks like it's going to happen is going to create a problem for the global economy. It's already affecting the markets. So when you're talking money, you got to talk politics. Take a look at this. Oh, take a look at this. Let me show you something. This is some real talk right here.
Score was 598. It actually was as low as 590. And as you can see, it is now up to a 766. And this is
Let's do this again. This is somebody whose credit I fixed. T-Walk the Hawk.
When they ran my credit, score was 598. It actually was as low as 590. And as you can see, it is now up to a 766. And this isn't updated because I just got a new car last week. When they ran my credit, it said 805. And then my credit was...
Hey, Rolls Royce Diaries. This is my brother T-Walk right here.
What's up?
People always asking, are you the only one benefiting, Brother Polight? What about the people that fuck with you? This is one of my students. And as you can see, he playing.
That's all me, man. Lambo doors, Rolls Royce stars in the ceiling. Because he let me drive his Rolls Royce. Let me manifest it. I seen it. I'm like, all right, it's possible. Another young black man like me can do it. Why can't I? Why can't I? Why can't you?
Real talk.
Fix my credit. My credit was trash. 590, 35 days, 806. Pulled up. They checked my credit score. They showed me mad respect. You want coffee? Would you like some water? All of that.
Whole different energy, you heard?
Whole different energy.
So I don't want... Okay. So I created a program where people spend $2,000 and get access between anywhere between 100 grand to 300 grand in credit, as well as get their credit scores boosted. I'm not doing these programs just so people can have money and mess up the money. I'm doing these programs because I understand the direction that the world is going in. Because first of all, many of us haven't recovered from the pandemic. The world hasn't recovered from it. Every time we think we're coming out of it, there's a new variant. It's an Omicron now, right? There's a new variant. And it's impacting our finances. All we need now, based on the political polarization of global uncertainty, is to also have us on the cusp of World War III, which is presently affecting our markets. And if these sanctions get put in place because Russia, which appears to be pump faking and fronting, Russia's talking about, oh, we only put in our military over here at the borders of Ukraine for peace talks. If they're bluffing and they actually ensue Ukraine, the first thing is going to be sanctions, and sanctions will impact all of the global economy for the worse, which means it will impact people who don't have much money, which will mean that people who don't have much money will have even less money. Pay attention. Stop dealing with all the gossip.
Score was 598. It actually was as low as 590. And as you can see, it is now up to a 766. And this isn't updated because I just got a new car last week. When they ran my credit, it said 805. And then my credit was...
See what I'm saying? And the reason why I show you that, is because people will have you believe, oh, no one's benefiting. Then it doesn't matter if people that made $1 billion or hundreds of millions of dollars co-sign me and I posted videos. Because you say, man, I want to see some regular people. You probably paid them. You think I paid somebody that scored hundreds of millions of dollars? Okay, fine. Knock yourself out. Because I have repaired the credit of people that's part of the money team. That's a fact. But fine, let's ignore that. Let's pretend that someone incredibly wealthy like Mayweather is telling people they can get their credit repaired, as though I haven't proven myself to the people in that circle. Fine. Let's do that. Right? So, here's another thing. Then I show you the regular folk. Man, but how do we know this person isn't paid to just say the center? And this is why I don't really go out my way to prove anything to anyone. That's why I don't go out my way. I just teach the truth and allow people to figure it out for themselves, because people are always going to go and bring in Fear amounts to skepticism. Knock yourself out. But I'm telling you this, the direction that the world is going in, I ain't got no time to find money, brother. Like, knock it off. Just open up a damn dictionary. Y'all got to pay attention. We're on the cusp of World War III. Stop wasting time. Because the same people that tell you stock up on certain fruits and vegetables and canned food and packaged food and water are the same people that's not telling you it costs money to get that. When you're ready, you hit me at brotherpolight45. It's pinned to the top, brotherpolight45 at gmail.com. You leave your full name and phone number when you're ready to spend your $2,000 and change your freaking life. But I show, you know, with anything that I teach and anything that I make a product, I always show you testimonials. Whether it's stocks, whether it's with crypto, real estate, and now this credit. I always show you. I show you people's credit report. I show you the score going up. I show you the actual person. I tag the person. You can find the person. I do this all the time. But you still got naysayers. So that's why we can't focus our time and energy on that, because you got people who are literally hired to infer doubt so you could do nothing with your life. So when shit hits the fan, you'll be just mad at people who have done something with themselves, who have made smart investments, who have spent their money properly and got their returns, and then you'll be mad at them for not donating or giving money back to the so-called black community. See? Yeah, you go to brotherpolight45 at gmail.com. You leave your full name and your phone number when you're ready to spend your $2K to get access to 100K plus. And fix your credit. Because people say, well, I got good credit already, Brother Polight, so change the price. You got good credit, but guess what? People have 750 credit scores and still can't get them a black card, still can't get them a card worth $100,000, still can't get them over $100,000 loan. You know why? Because there's a lot of credit nuances that exist. So even if you think you got so-called good credit, there's over 30 different credit bureaus and financial institutions that have a say on whether you can be approved for X amount of money and who can approve you of it and for what dollar amount. So even if you got so-called good credit, it still needs to be repaired, because you're still not given the same opportunities you should be given that other people have allotted to them. You're right, Harry Wellington. He said, you better than me. I won't explain nothing to nobody. You're right. Process takes anywhere between 45 to 60 business days, but people are using the people are using the pandemic as an excuse, as always. So sometimes it could go a little longer than that. Sometimes it takes 2-3 weeks. The brother that you're seeing there, his took 35 days. And he got over 800 credit score and over 100,000. T-Walk the Hawk. Yes, if you're in Canada, it definitely helps you. Yep. And then people say, yo, how come you charging so much money? And I'm like, how come I'm charging so little? See? The cup is either half full or half empty. It's damn near free. I charge $400 an hour for consultations. No 30 minutes, just at least an hour. Because if you really love the people, the information should be free. I give out so much free information in these live streams, it's ridiculous. So when it's time to pay, it's time to pay. If you don't got it, don't get upset that you don't got it. Continue to get the free information that's made available to you. And get as much information as you can get from everywhere else. That's what you do. But what I'm saying is, the direction that the world is going in, we can ill afford to be lacking. We don't really be done with trade lines. It's your legal right to get access to over 6 figures, provided you meet the proper credit criteria. That's why we send letters and affidavits to credit bureaus and financial institutions alike, for the purposes of removing negative items off your report and adding positive items to your report, so we could boost your credit scores, plural, because most of you only know about TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, and FICO. But it goes beyond those different bureaus. This is real talk. This is real talk. It goes beyond those 4. Those 4 they're not the end all to why, whether you have good or bad credit, why you can't move in a certain direction. I have people that have a 680 credit score that are able to do way more than people who have a 780 credit score. There's a reason for that. I don't like blocking people. I like people to talk their stupid talk, so you can see what we up against while we talking the real talk. But like I said, I'll be doing a free live stream on the political polarization of global uncertainty and retrospect to this ensuing, or this pending, World War III that we're looking at develop. Yeah. But how does this help us? You want to get access to funds so you're just not here laying in your own piss, so to speak. When stuff hits the fan and you realize, damn, the economy is already gone through its recession. We're still in a recession. Don't be fooled. We're still in a recession. We haven't overcome yet. We haven't overcome yet. And here it is again, something else that can mess up the global economy. Think about it. We haven't overcome yet, and here it is, we're dealing with something else that could impact the global economy for the worse. And for all you people saying currency will collapse, I hear all of that. But right now, you're going to use it to buy your emergency supplies, right? So, I mean, what good is worrying about if the money is going to collapse if you don't have none in the first place to do something with in the interim? Because people have been saying money's going to collapse for as long as I've been alive that I can remember. And if I would have just hung on that theory in itself, I'd be stuck right now. You know how much people don't have nothing because they've been over here listening to these religious people, hoping that the world ends because they didn't want to compete with society, because they had hardships, because they were poor. So they just sit here hoping that the money system collapses and that they have no money. And then guess what happens? All these years we've been talking about the dollar's going to fall, the dollar's on decline. You could have been having the time of your existence. You could have been taking care of your family and taking care of your children. Come on, I'm not the only one on here that's heard many people say the dollar's going to collapse. Oh, this whole economic system's going to fall. You know how many years they've been saying that? You've been depriving yourself of a great time and opportunities to prepare for the so-called end. But I'm going to tell you, the end may not happen during your lifetime. Like it happened for so many other people. It didn't happen for so many other people. The end didn't happen for so many other people that have been sitting here banking on the end. Every year you got people dying that's been waiting on the end. So don't fall for the trap. Get your money. Don't fall for the tricks. Don't fall for the trap. Let me see something. There we go. I could barely see. Don't fall for the trap. Get your money. Get your money. You've been in 2 combat zones where money doesn't mean nothing. And guess what? Nobody gives a damn about that either. And that's just the blunt truth. Because right now, people need money. So all the people who got a problem with money, stop coming on the live stream and go elsewhere. Go into your own circle. Don't pay your phone bill and see if you can live stream on Facebook. Don't pay your electric bill and see if you can catch these live streams and talk that goofy talk. Go somewhere, all you non-money people, and see about participating in forums like this that cost money to participate in. Because I'm able to do this because I paid my phone bill. That's why I got internet service on my phone. Real talk. I'm saying get the money now while you can so you don't fall too hard. Get the money now. When the pandemic hit, guess who they bailed out? They bailed out the banks. Small businesses were at the bottom of the totem pole as far as getting any resources, and it was the small white businesses that got most of the loans. And then when black people started getting the loans, they started locking black people up for PPP fraud. We always the last one to get. Black people make up the smallest percentage of people that were able to be approved for these PPP loans that they were so-called giving out. And the rest of them that definitely was getting it, now they dealing with Fed charges. Times are so hard that people was doing stuff that they knew was illegal and still didn't give a damn because times are so hard. You got celebrities that's doing Fed time because times are so hard. They like, yo, fuck it, we gotta try to get this money, and embellishing and making up stories to get their loans. Times got that hard that people embarrassed themselves, degraded their legacy. You may not realize the time that we're living in, but we're really living in those times. Crime is at an all-time high, not just in LA, but in LA, it's at an all-time high. The police told people don't even come out here. They went on the news, said don't even come out here. It's like the purge, especially on holidays. Don't come out here because we don't got enough police to protect you because crime is on an all-time rise. Stores are barricaded at night, barbed wire in front. I promise you this. I'm not making this up. But people are walking around pretending like they don't realize the more resources people are lacking in, the more desperate people become. Protect yourselves. Get yourself your money and protect yourself. Come up with an exit strategy or some plan. But I'm going to tell you this. You do not want to be the ones that ain't got no damn money when the shit really hit, because it's hitting now. But when it hits so hard that you can actually feel it, where TV can't distract you no more, where sports can't distract you no more, where the Kardashian tales can't distract you no more, when you actually are able to feel it on a day-to-day basis and see it for what it is, you're not going to just magically get the money out of nowhere. Investing your time and your opportunity to get your money now. I'm talking that real talk. They got y'all out here distracted. I'm talking that real talk. You ain't got to rock with me. Find your money somewhere. Because you don't want to be one of these desperate fools doing something, compromising the integrity of your family's mission because you got desperate. And if you think you won't get desperate, it can happen to anybody, because that's what happens to any people that are just lacking in resources incredibly and seeing some people have. You start getting upset and feeling like it ain't fair. And you start getting this false sense of entitlement that those people need to do something for you. We're living right now in those day and times. Wake up. Wake up. They freezing our bank accounts. What good is money then? Go somewhere else with the bullshit conversation. Go somewhere else with it. Why are they freezing your bank account? Are you doing something illegal? Go somewhere else with the conversation. You're sitting in overdraft? Probably because you have debt? Go somewhere else with the bullshit conversation. You people that hate money so much, why are y'all over here using things that cost money to disagree with me since you hate money so much? Stop paying your rent. Stop paying gas. Stop buying food since you hate money so much. Don't knock me for making sure people get to the bag. Don't knock me for making sure people get access to the money. You hate it so much. Stop talking to me. Talk to the rest of the people that don't like money just like you, and stop spending money every day. Since you're living your life hating money so much, stop spending it. We don't got time for this talk. God damn, you people just hate money. You don't hate money, you just hate the fact some people got it, some people don't. And that's part of existence. It's always gonna happen like that. Don't be down on yourself, and don't deny yourself of your potential and your abilities. The main reason most people don't have is because we're poorly educated, and then the people that do know don't even take the time out to teach anybody anything so they can get the money too. Because there's plenty of space for more people to get money. So all the goofy people that's there, everybody can't work for themselves, but not nearly enough people are working for themselves. So be one of those people. Fuck, you always got to say the opposite of what's going on here for. The Debbie Downers always got something negative to say. Everybody can't be an entrepreneur. Who told you this? Plenty of us can be entrepreneurs. Less than 5% of Americans have accumulated enough wealth to say that they are wealthy. Less than 5% of Americans make over $150,000 a year and still have money left over without compromising the income to expense ratio, because they live above their means. So if the other 95% are struggling or don't have nearly as much as they could have, there's a large percentage of us that can do. And we only make up 14%. Come on now. We only make up 14% of the whole population. Over 388 million people living in America, we only make up 14% of them. So all 14% of us, technically, can be wealthy. Because only 5% of the whole population has established wealth, and we don't make up the whole population. We only make up 14%. There's more. Over 14% of people can be wealthy, and there still can be some non-entrepreneurs walking around. So technically, all of us can be entrepreneurs. If we only make up 14% of the whole, and the whole is 388 million, and only 5% of 388 million, that puts us at what? 5% plus 14, 19%. Yeah. 1 out of every 5 people could be an entrepreneur, and the world could still go round. So stop making up bullshit excuses why you can't be the one to make it. Get your assets to over 100 grand. Spend your 2K. Yeah, you spent your money on a bunch of baby showers, Christmas gifts, Thanksgiving, Black Friday. You constantly spend your money on things that don't make you no money. Your stomach hurts the second you start talking investing, but your stomach never hurt when you buy sneakers. Your stomach never hurt when you buy expensive fit caps. Your stomach never hurt when you buy coats and other useless things that doesn't give you a return on your investment for your children. Your stomach never hurts when you spend your money on things that don't make you money. The second you start saying, oh, let me put this money in something in anticipation of me getting something back, then your stomach hurts. Then your stomach hurts. Then your stomach. We're resuming our 9 income stream course this weekend. Correct. We're resuming our BP contract killers course. You'll see them up there tonight. You'll see the previous courses there tonight, and then new courses are to come. New classes are to come, pardon me. We got no time to play games, people. It's just my public service announcement. That's what I should have called it. I'm going to call the next one a public service announcement. We got to talk about that political polarization, the global uncertainty, and the multitude of ways that we are impacted financially by it. Because if you understand and have a level of anticipation, you can respond properly without being hurt. And that's the goal. Make sure we are not hurt by the decisions that's being made. That's the goal. No, I'm not knocking y'all for saying things that's also true about money or being in parts of the world where money seems to be a bit obsolete. I'm just saying sometimes it just takes us away from what we need to talk about. Because you got other people who take that and they celebrate that circumstance as a means to defer our attention away from the fact we need to get access to money now. People go out their way to defer our attention from the fact that we need to get access to money now. Get it as soon as you can. Take the time out. Invest in yourself. Stop procrastinating. Because one day, you don't have the opportunity to wait. You know, I met my mom when I turned 17. She died the week that I met her. When I met her, I didn't disclose a lot of how I felt because I was like, damn. In one instance, she wasn't there for me my whole life. So I felt like, why should I be there for her? But then when I met her, all that went out the window because she was sick. She was suffering from cancer. And so, I mean, like anybody else would believe, even if you just met your mom, you would say to yourself, you have some kind of time. She died 6 days later from the time I met her. And so that's how this world is when it comes to the world of finance, when it comes to the world of opportunity. You just don't know when things just change. You just never will know. The email is right there. It's pinned on the page. brotherpolight45@gmail.com. It's pinned. Leave your full name and phone number when you're ready. Always leave your name and your number. Always leave your name and your number. Leave your full name and your phone number when you're ready. It's brotherpolight45. There's nothing for me to DM you. You can read it right here on your screen. If you're watching this right now, you can clearly read it. It's pinned to the top. brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Make sure you spell polite the way I spell it. brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Leave your full name and phone number when you're ready. You don't have to contact us and say, I'm going to get ready soon. I'll have it next month. I'll have it 2 weeks from now. I just wanted to call and let you don't got to do that because it consumes time. And then after a while, other people, we don't get back to them because, you know, we're busy. Real talk. Still doing contract killers courses. The classes will be available tonight. Still doing the day trading course. We definitely got to do the day trading course. It's $2,000. Process takes 45 to 60 business days or a little longer. That contract killers was something serious, brother. Thanks. And I still got more new classes coming for it. brotherpolite45@gmail.com. Come on, it's Rolls Royce Diaries. Now we do.
Score was 598. It actually was as low as 590. And as you can see, it is now up to a 766. And this isn't updated because I just got a new car last week. When they ran my credit, it said 805, and then my credit was...
Hey, Rolls Royce Diaries. This is the brother that I did that for. This is my brother, T-Walk, right here.
What's up, what's up?
People always asking, are you the only one benefiting, Brother Polight? What about the people that fuck with you? This is one of my students. And as you can see, he playing.
That's all me, man. Lambo doors, Rolls Royce stars in the ceiling. Because he let me drive his Rolls Royce. Let me manifest it. I seen it. I'm like, all right, it's possible. Another young black man like me can do it. Why can't I? Why can't I? Why can't you?
Real talk.
Fix my My credit was trash. 590, 35 days, 806. Pulled up. They checked my credit score. They showed me mad respect. You want coffee? Would you like some water? All of that.
Whole different energy, you heard?
Whole different energy.
So I want. See, now some knucklehead says right here, I'm not preaching to the streets no more. You see what I'm saying? People rather you out here on the streets. I'm on the internet reaching way more people than I reached on the streets. And I'm talking about our people being prepared for the inevitable and depending and presently ensuing. But people always with this weird keep it real business. But upgrade your concept of keeping it real. The information is outdated that a lot of these people are talking about in the community. And I don't mention no names because I don't have to knock people or tear them down in order to build up my program. If you like other information, go over there. If you need to hear some rhetoric about black empowerment that doesn't pay the bills, by all means do it. We do need to know our history. Go elsewhere and consume most of your time studying history. But there's something about the present that's definitely enticing to me as it relates to our future. You got to be able to compartmentalize. You got to do all things in moderation. You got to know how to divide your time up so you don't misappropriate your time and energy. You must have missed the whole update about the day trading information. So replay the video when you get back at it because I want to stay on point. Just rewatch the video instead of spamming the comments. Because then when you get blocked and y'all say I'm blocking you, but you got to understand if you keep putting the same damn comment there over and over, the system automatically blocks you or stops you from commenting for X amount of time. And then you cry, yo, you blocking people that, no, you're writing the same damn thing over and over. Yeah. The end of money text. We just sent out an end of money text today. And again, y'all gotta understand the way I operate. I send you the text when I know we're gonna make this bread. I'm not these other people that send you 12, 15 things and then you gotta roll the dice amongst the 12, 15 different opportunities they put forth for you. And then they only identify the ones that made you money and they disregard the fact that they also send you a bunch of information that you lost money on. I don't do it that way. When we hit, because I only text when I know we gonna win. I'm scary. So I sent out an end of money text today, and I got an end of money text coming to you tomorrow. And right now, because of the horrible things that's transpiring, it's the best time to make money. So that's why I would suggest you get the Gold in the Crisis course right now, brotherpolight.com. Why I would suggest you get the 9 income stream course right now for obvious reasons. I'll show you 9 different ways to make money off your phone. That's on the website, brotherpolight.com. Why I would suggest you get the BP Contract Killers course and the day trading course, because this is the information that you can use right now because of the political polarization of global uncertainty. Well, it's not just that they hate me so much. What I would say it is, Fred Littlejohn, is when you have certain things more than other people, because everybody has something that other people need. Everybody does. Even if people don't realize that they are valuable, they have something that other people need. But when you have what other people don't, people always find ways to get upset with those that have, or they attempt to make things more difficult for people that have more than them out of insecurity. So like for instance, if you have an expensive hat or shirt, people have less make up these rules and say, hey, you can't wear that hat or shirt as much times. But then people can wear their fit cap down to the grave where it has the wrinkles in it and lint all over it, and that's all right for them. But if you have more money, then the people with less money attempt to dictate how many times you can wear your hat or how many times you can wear your shirt, because you're not supposed to wear your expensive clothes only but once. But you can wear your cheap clothes all the time. But you spend more, I would think the logic would say, if I spend more money for my clothes, I'm going to make sure I can wear it as much as I can wear it. But people with less make these rules up because out of insecurity, they want to make things difficult for people. So other people attempt to take from you, make up rules that's a double standard that makes life more difficult. So basically, the richer people got to spend more money on clothes because they're rich. And the poor people don't have to spend much money on clothes. They can keep wearing their clothes over and over. So the goal is obviously to get the rich people to become poor. I don't play by none of those rules. I wear what the fuck I want, whenever I want, how many times I want to wear it, because I spend my money on it. And if you could wear your damn hat 1,000 freaking times, I could surely wear mine 6. Like, this is the kind of weird stuff that goes on planet Earth. But you know, it is what it is. You know, and so I say all that to say, it's hatred, but it's more from a place of insecurity. You know, people are always going to nitpick and find things that other people should do or shouldn't do that they don't have a problem with others doing who have lesser. And that's just a vain attempt to feel better than people. Like, if a man feels like he has a better hairline than somebody who has more money than them, then what they'll do, they'll always make fun of that other man's hairline. Look what they do to LeBron James. The man is extremely successful. He doesn't need a hairline to play basketball. But what they do, they constantly attack him. So the brother fixed his hairline for the most part, you know, and now they find other things to get mad at him about. So what was it really about the whole time? It's never really about his hairline. It was the insecurity because he has more than the people who are ridiculing him. And sometimes people find the one thing they're confident about and use that against other people. They weaponize the one thing they're happy about with themselves in a vain attempt to tear someone else down and make them feel insecure. So it's funny because we care about mental health, but we never care about the mental health of people who have more than us. When someone has more than us, we disrespect them, we mock them, we ridicule them, we call them names, we make fun of them. But it's never right to do that to people who have less. It's always right to do that to people who have more, though. Because for some reason, when you have more, you could throw rocks and stones at a person that has more. They don't have feelings. So you wouldn't understand. So even the way how aggressive I be in my approach towards demonstrating my success, it makes a lot of people grow insecure. But what people have to understand is I'm not doing this to bring nobody down. When I show off my cars and I show off my money and I show off the beautiful experiences and places that I travel to, I don't do it to tear people down. But you got to understand, you become callous after a while. You either get destroyed and mentally broken, or you establish much mental fortitude and you develop a lot of strength. Because people are constantly attempting to tear you down. So you only could go one of two ways. You're either going to become stronger, right, or weaker. I don't know one thing that hasn't been said about me, or my family, or my children. Things I would never imagine. And every time I thought I heard it all, there's something else. And anytime anyone can hear something bad about me, there's a celebration. People are happy to hear something bad about me. They don't care who's involved or who's implicated. They're happy. So after a while, it could either make you real stressed, paranoid, walk these streets thinking everybody's just thinking negative against you and wants to harm you, dislikes you. Or it can make you strong, and then people get upset because you can't get broken no more. I've cried many nights when people were disrespecting me, making fun of me. I'm like, yo, these are the people I'm doing my best for. Then I went through my era where I'm like, yo, fuck black people. That's just how I was feeling. And I still have that in my heart as well. Because we just love demonizing each other. But I understand it. So at this level in my evolution, at this point in my evolution, I understand what it is. I know what it means to represent. The hatred that we have for each other is misappropriated energy. It's out of frustration and a lack of education and a lack of knowledge of self. Because we would demonize each other as if we're the ones that put ourselves in this particular position. Just send the email and somebody to respond. That's all you gotta do. When you're ready, send the email, somebody responds. There's always your full name, your phone number when you're ready to start. We'll get the ball rolling, get you that money, and let's get it in. But yeah, that's how it works. So again, a lot of what you see is confidence. Well, we won't call it confidence. We'll say, oh, he's arrogant. No. The people made me like this in an endeavor to constantly tear me down, in an endeavor to constantly break me down, in an endeavor to ridicule me, to embarrass me, to slander me, to backbite. Everybody else can make an error, but if I make an error, it's the end of the world. You don't know what it's like that if you do anything, you wind up on TV, on the freaking news. If someone says you did something, you wind up on the news. If someone accuses you of something, you wind up on the news and almost every damn blog and every channel, and people that never celebrated anything great that you did, but you did plenty great things. And you didn't even know all these people even knew about you, because with all the great things you do, no one ever talked about you. But then when they hear something bad about you, you realize all the people that knew your name, and they talk about you like they know you, and they been knew you. They've been keeping up with you, but they never took the time out to express any love or support for what you do to contribute to fallen humanity. But boy, are they not reluctant to talk about you in disdain for the benefit of making some money off of advertisements that's embedded into their YouTube platform or their social media. See, you don't know what that's like. So you only could go one of two ways. You're either going to be built mentally strong and come off arrogant, because you have to protect yourself, and you have to just let people know. You have to let people know, listen, y'all do your job and do mine. You out here to tear people down, and you're not sincere about the way you're going about reporting, because you don't report nothing positive, and you never did. You just been waiting for my demise because I have more than you, or I have something that you're interested in that you failed to make manifest on planet Earth, but you're never going to tell the truth about it. You see? And so you don't know what it's like to know that there's agents in our midst, whether you believe it or not, and their sole purpose and goal is anytime anyone's out here to uplift and develop their community, they are planted to create skepticism. They are planted to create disheartening views against the person doing their best to uplift their people. I didn't go to school to uplift our people, so I will make mistakes. But God damn it, when I'm on, and still no reporting of how I'm on. You know how much money I made people in the pandemic? I've posted the people that have made millionaires. I posted the people that have made hundreds of thousands. I posted the people that made thousands of dollars a week that never saw that type of money. I posted people saying I've never seen this money before. People calling me the damn black messiah and all this other stuff. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I'm just a homie that knows something they don't know. Or my approach towards teaching is a lot more effective than other people's approach. I never professed to be anything mystical or magical to my people, other than the stimulus package. I said I am the stimulus package. And I got the right to say that with all the lives that I've enhanced. These people are nuts, man. And if they see that you won't be broken, they get more mad at you for not being broken. That's how crazy it is. If they see you're not broken, they get mad at you for not being broken. Real talk. You don't know what it is to share so much truth and then turn around, you get a violation on your social media because it's considered harmful content, or it could impact people in a negative way, or it's a violation against your agreement with them. And I'm like, but the homies over here are talking about killing each other in their rap songs, and they're banging and they're uploading videos. When I see you was on site, I'm gonna murder you. They're saying all these crazy things, but their videos stay up. Well, me, I was just saying how broccoli isn't real, it's a hybrid. yo, real talk. I was just letting you know that if you eat grains, which corn is a grain, oatmeal in the grain category, right? Wheat, rice, that your brain still understands it chemically as a form of sugar. Even before you digest it, your salivary amylase in your mouth, the enzyme that's used to break down the food, your salivary amylase in your mouth breaks it down into sugar before you even goes through your system to be digested. And so if you're having issues with diabetes, more especially in the case type 2 diabetes, then it's incumbent that you understand that sugar just isn't those white granules that you see that you sprinkle on your food or you see on top of your donuts. That sugar comes in diverse forms, and you need to take that into consideration before you spike your glycemic index. Strike, violation, harmful information. But I'm like, yo, quinoa, all of that is a form of sugar. Maybe a higher grade, you get more from it, but it's still a form of sugar nonetheless. So why is my video being taken down, but the people perpetrating genocide through their views and their messaging, their videos stay up? So you don't know how annoying it is, because then guess what? So then I just say, well, at least I can use my social media to post my good times, or when I'm out with my wives, when I'm out with my entourage, when I buy my new cars, or when I'm driving and I'm just enjoying my vehicles and what I work hard for. Then it becomes, oh, we missed the old Polight. Oh, I think someone paid you off. But it never becomes, oh, maybe social media has it in such a way that he's going to lose his page if he keeps teaching at a consistent rate and as in depth. Maybe if I keep teaching in depth and at a consistent rate, then I won't be able to communicate with none of you at all. So maybe I have to pace myself, see what they allow, let it stay up for a little bit, because sometimes they two-hit combo me a month or two down the line and be like, yo, both these videos, you keep this up, you're gonna lose your page. Like, you don't even know what I go through, but y'all be thinking, oh, all he want to do is show his cars and his money. Never blame anything else. Just assume that, man, with all this knowledge, all I want to do is just show you one facet of my life. And I don't mind showing that facet of my life, because that's still part of the education, because you need to be able to see that I can materialize my conceptions. You need to be able to see that I'm not just talking about money, that I can show you through demonstration that I got the money. Because people talk about a lot of stuff, but they can't demonstrate that they're actually making what they teach applicable. Y'all have no idea the levels of antagonism. You have no idea the levels. See, social media will have me falsely portrayed as a superficial whoremonger, because that's all they would allow you to post. And that I've lost my way and I'm not into educating people. But then when I create opportunities for people to be educated, it's a problem, because they only want the free education. So then that shit makes me sick, because I'm actually teaching more than I've ever taught in my existence. But I'm not getting the credit for being a teacher no more, because now it costs. Because I have to take my time out, my day, to construct lesson plans and make sure that I can make this information easier to process, so you can assimilate this data and make it applicable, because it's no good. It serves me no purpose to create a product that you don't understand. So I'm only good if I have something to offer to you for free. So then that makes me upset with my people. And then my people upset with me, because they think I only want to post voluptuous women and money and cars. And that's not the case. It's because I'm being limited, because my videos get taken down. Let's have a real talk about it. And then on top of that, if there's a rumor spread, then you got a bunch of Negroes knowing that they only care about the rumor because I'm a hot topic and I would get them more views than they normally have. If you don't believe me, just check their view count when they talk about me, and check their view count when they don't talk about me. And then everybody piggybacks off of it, because YouTube will give you coins per your viewership, and they act like they care about y'all, but in fact, they only care about making them some money. So they make money off of publishing videos about me, whether they know if it's true or false. They don't give a damn, so long as they can put some weird titles there, lie on my name. They don't care how it impacts my family. They don't care how it impacts me. They just attempting to make money, and they will never be honest with you and say this is really about a money grab, because they don't report news about anybody else. There's news going on all the damn time, every single day of the week, especially with people in a damn community. They ain't gonna post something about their local gang member. They ain't gonna post something about their local prostitute. They ain't gonna post nothing about their local drug dealer. They ain't gonna use their name. They ain't gonna show their face. They ain't gonna post their children's pictures. They ain't gonna do none of that. But they're gonna do it with me, because I'm not even at arm's length to them. I'm just on the internet. It's virtual. So now they're a freedom fighter when it comes to people that they'll never be able to have access to. And suddenly there's nobody doing nothing wrong in their community that they could publish videos and their faces and their names and do research on them and look up their history. And no, apparently I'm the only one that they could find. Apparently there's nothing else going on in the world that they can report other than me, because they know my name is popular and they can make money off of my name. But they front to you guys like they give a damn. And this is what I know comes with the territory. So fine. It comes with the territory. And I've learned to accept it. You want flowers, but you don't want mud. But you implore that it rains. See? So it comes with the territory, so I have to come to terms with that. You don't know what it is to turn around and be like, damn, I'm on the news, show love. I done got awards from the mayor and councilman in City Hall in Ohio. I done got awards from the Bahamas and keys to the city and all sorts of stuff. But never on TV out here. I mean, you get an award from City Hall for bringing gang members together and feeding the homeless in states that you don't even live in. From diffusing tensions with the people and the government while you got snipers on you, while you on CNN and C-SPAN live. But nobody care about that. So I had to learn how to come to terms with that black people are in such a state of suffering that if they could just make some money off your name, forget the movement, forget who you're destroying, forget even checking out for any information, forget it. Just forget it. Who cares if anything's true? Make your money. That's where we at right now. It's like the purge. The internet streets is just as nasty as the physical streets. People don't give a damn who they're hurting so long as they can make their money. And they will front to you like they actually care. But I learned to take it. So when y'all see me, please don't misinterpret me as being arrogant. I'm so proud of the fact that I've learned how to persevere and make it through the muck and the mire. I'm so proud. But understand, things are not always what it seems. I would love to post more education videos, but I have to just do it on my platform, in my own world, using my own venues. Because if I use these venues, I have to tread lightly on what I speak about. Because it'll get taken down and then I won't be able to have these builds at all. So I have to move a certain way. You know, when I was talking about this thing that's causing the pandemic, man, I don't even want to use certain words. Man, those videos was hitting 1 million views, 2 million views. I'm breaking it down. Make your own sanitizer. I'm going crazy with the knowledge. Taking it down, giving them nothing but references. One thing that's never happened, I never had a video taken down because it's misinformation. People get those. People get this is misinformation posts. I just get mine, it's harmful. I never got a misinformation anything. We took this video down because it contains misinformation. I never got that. I got it goes against community guidelines. I'm like, yo, I'm just talking about broccoli, my nigga. Like, what's up? Literally, just talking about sugar. The science of sugar. Crack and cocaine is a form of sugar. Corn is sugar. We call it corn. Shit is sugar. Just like we could call a cucumber. It's water. Cucumbers over 90% water, like 96% water. You could call it a cucumber. You could knock somebody in their damn head with it. Probably give them a speed knock. Even a concussion if you hit them the right way with a cucumber. But it's 96% water. It's water. Now, what type of water it is, that's our conversation. So, corn, oatmeal, it's sugar. You could call it what you want, but it's sugar. Now, what type of sugar is it? Chemically, your body doesn't discriminate when it sees it. So, if you're eating candy, then you eat some oatmeal, you have a corn on the cob later, you eat some quinoa later, you have some rice, you've been eating sugar all damn day. You see what I'm saying? And then you do a little crack of cocaine on the side. Drink a little alcohol, smoke a cigarette. They put maple juice and plum juice in cigarettes to make you addicted because sugar is more addictive than nicotine. And when you light it on fire, there you go. But anyway, it's all sugar. So imagine if you smoking, getting high, eating corn, oatmeal for breakfast, eat almost every meal with rice. You love rice. You see what I'm saying? Some bread. Love bread and tortillas and all that, right? You walking with me? And then you have a little candy hand and a donut on the side. You've been eating sugar all damn day, every day. Damn near. And let's just have some fruit now. Because fruit should be your actual candy. You need to treat fruit like it's your candy. And eat fruit moderately. But it's still sugar. And know which ones to eat in the evening and which ones to eat in the day. Like eating a banana in the night is horrible. Because it's going to turn to adipose. The sugar's going to turn to fat at that time of night. But then papaya has an enzyme in it called papain that helps you break down helps you break down the food in the evening. So maybe you want to do that, but hey, it is what it is. Get the holistic mathematics course. I ain't looking to beat you in the head with this information right now. This wasn't even my intention. I'm just telling you the things that I would teach and at what length, but unfortunately my videos get taken down. So that's why you don't even see me stream as much, because I give it space in between my streams, because I don't want the problem, you know, of the whole page disappearing because I'm teaching truth. I don't want the problem. A delicious suicide, you know that. This is my only page, and do not reply to anyone using my name in the comment section. It's not me. Yep, brotherpolight.com to get the courses. No matter how much they hate you, I'm down with you. Thank you, Quentin Hayward. Blessings in abundance. You know it's called a delicious suicide. Hey, I'll talk to you guys. I stayed on here a lot longer than I anticipated. I love this. Blessings in abundance, brotherpolight.com for the websites. For the courses on how to make monies, and also holistic mathematics. We have a new class coming this weekend for holistic mathematics. And then also brotherpolight45@gmail.com. That's the email, brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Leave your full name and your phone number when you're ready to spend your 2K and get access to over 6 figures. Let's get the ball rolling. Talk to me nice.